And we're recording.
Hello.
Greetings! Greetings all you out there in Doodle Noodle land. I'm Shawn, and this is Carina, and we are here to give you a little bit of Doodle Noodle love today. Are you gonna have some fun with us? Are you ready? Here we go. We're doing this recording here in springtime.
Achoo!
Springtime. Oh, that's right. In Texas, everybody's kind of itchy eyes and sneezing and all that. Well, here in California, we don't have that problem really, no way. It's kind of dry and barren out here, and we don't have the cedar fever here. No, we don't. We just got some sunshine. Sunshine and no, not very much rain. Except this year we got a lot of rain. But we got sunshine. And today I'm feeling no pain.
I'm in Austin, Texas, and I'm sweating. It's 80 degrees and there's music all over the town because we're having a festival. And after I hang up from you, sweet people, I'm gonna go hear some music.
Alright, here we go now. Today we're going to do a little Doodle Noodle Jam. Carina, what are we talking about today? What's the invitation? What is our invitation?
Yes, my loves, you are cordially invited to grab your scrap of paper. I even brought my doodle notebook with me, but F it, I'm using my clipboard and my pen.
All right.
Like, I don't even want to take the effort to dig out my colored markers today, and that's what rules about doodling. You just grab whatever's sitting there.
I'm doing colors.
I don't know about y'all, but I recently have been doing a lot of outflow, a lot of meeting with the people, a lot of expressing, lots of events. And boy, do I need to recharge my battery. So Shawn and I are talking about planting seeds, and I'm inspired by that vision to imagine we're putting our roots down into the soil and getting fed by the nutrients. And so we want to do a little doodling today about replenishing. Many metaphors could go here. Charging your battery, refilling your well. As a creative person, and I know Shawn gets this a lot, it's so important that we continue to recharge our creative batteries also. I'm wanting to make music and make art all the time right now. I don't like even being away from my instrument. It's driving me a little nuts like that.
Mm-hmm.
But also at the same time, and then because I love to express and I love to share, I can it's not overdoing it exactly, it's just I need to keep filling up that well. So let's make some doodles of what makes us feel recharged, replenished.
How do you replenish yourself?
Yeah, things that can spark our own creativity, our own wellness.
Totally. I love
I'm
it.
even going to doodle myself like I'm the flower sitting on the earth.
Ah.
And down from my toes are going to be my roots. Oh, I'm inspired. I'll tell you guys something. I know one thing for sure that replenishes me is getting with other people and collaborating, because F it if it don't drain my battery fast when I'm trying to do everything by myself. Holy Moses.
Right?
Yeah.
Me too. I spent a bunch of time in the garden this morning. I mean, there are a lot of things that I like to do on my own, like this morning. You know, I'm not an experienced gardener by any stretch of the imagination. I've only been doing this for a year. Yeah, last January I really started gardening for real. But that's one thing, sitting with a bunch of soil and putting together the soil and water and some compost and all the stuff that gives the seeds a good little soft moist bed to rest in and get growing. That's so sweet. I feel so grounded today. It's crazy. Such a good thing.
I love it that you brought up that word grounded, because that was the other thing I was thinking of when I was thinking about a prompt for today. The word grounded was really there for me. So you're orange, as only Shawn and I kind of know each other to be, but
That's
Team
true.
Doodle Noodle, we're on the same wavelength, and I'm loving it.
Exactly.
Loving it.
So how do you replenish yourself? You out there in video land, how do you replenish? What makes you feel grounded and alive and fed and nourished? Let's see here. I've got multiple things going on here.
I know, me too.
Multiple ways to feel that experience. and I'm totally in like as messy as possible doodle.
Yay.
This is like it's almost Picasso like, if I may be so bold.
Be it. Do it. I think that's what makes Picasso is the boldness. You know, like the willingness to say, I'm this.
Totally.
I'm making art.
Totally. Cool. Oh, can't forget these guys. Man.
Is it the chicken?
You know it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, this is, you know what's fun, and Shawn and I have talked about this in our little Doodle Noodle appetizers before, that like a lot of prompts, you can just go and go and go, and so there's like a whole range. You can do a super quick one, like I could have stopped this. I really liked the very basic shape on my doodle, but also if we have a moment, it's really fun to just let it roll and fill in all the different little bits and pieces.
Yep.
Certainly this is not an exhaustive list of things that replenish us.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a good start.
It's a really good start.
It's a great start. Yeah. One of my most replenishing things is actually joining with Shawn. So, like, you guys don't know this, but earlier today I was juggling a bunch of stuff, and I called Shawn. I was like, dude, I can't make it. And he was super cool. But I was like, I really didn't want to not do this. First of all, because it's a commitment that I have with my Doodle Noodle partner, so I didn't want to blow it off.
Right.
Second of all, I just love it. I know I can show up here in the Doodle Noodle WebJams however I'm being, and then I can meet myself, as opposed to meeting my spinning freaking brain, which is driving me crazy on my own. Like, isn't it better to take, 15 minutes with your buddy and play around a little bit? Yeah.
Totally.
I believe.
All right, good. So I think I got mine. I think I got all the a good start, like you said. But there's actually seven things on here. Wow.
Awesome. All right.
You want to show yours, or you want me to show mine? We're so saucy. All right, I want to go first.
It's springtime after all. Go ahead, Shawn.
It is springtime, exactly. We got the.
Should we be so lucky?
It's the frisk factor. All right. So it's a little montage. These are the things that I feel replenished. I started with I was going color, but then I realized, oh wait, there's multiple things. So this is my garden, various stages. There's a little sprout. Here's a little bit more. Here's a little bit more. There's a little bit more. I don't even know what kind of plant that is, but it's just various stages of cultivated. And then we've got climbing a mountain. I love being on the mountain. I love hiking. I love being outside and making myself work to see whatever view is going to be up there, because that's such a good, like, for me to be up above things, like up above all the hubbub and all the noise and the humanness, the human activity. It feels good for me to be up and above it all. Of course, food nourishes me. We got a little breakfast plate here, a little bacon, eggs, avocado, staple foods around here. Got a little surfing action. That's right. Got my chickens every time. There was a period of time where I was kind of missing them. I wasn't getting outside. I was doing a lot of work on the computer or whatever. So I would feed them in the morning, and then I'd see them, and then in the evening. But lately, I've been going out there a couple times a day, and just hanging out with them, just like sitting. And they kind of come up and they look at me, and they're like, no, don't touch. But it's really funny. Got kissing, smooching. That always feels good to connect in that way. And then, of course, la música. La música. Sitting here with my guitar. Last night I was in here late, here in the studio space, and I just had my headphones on, and I had this beautiful effect on the guitar, and I was just sitting here playing, and it was just like filling my body with this warm resonance of just how it feels to like create this sound that so good. There's my noodle for the day, feeling all kinds of replenished, feeling nourished all day. What about you, Karina?
Oh, don't you just want to go live in our doodles now? I just want to live in my doodle and live in your doodle and have the garden and have the mountain and the chickens and my guitar with you. Yeah. So I was really inspired by what Shawn was talking about earlier about planting stuff today. So let's see.
Ooh.
So there I am in the middle. You have to tell me if this is visible. And at first, I just saw my roots going down into the earth.
Love it.
At first, I didn't even attach anything to them. I was just like earthing.
Love.
And then I started to put some little hearts. And I put my guitar. Music is so freaking grounding for me. Awesome. And some flowers, like things that are blooming from my roots. Even though they're underground, it's like I'm planting so many seeds and growing so many things that I like this idea of some of the fulfillment actually being underground. That's what I'm really working towards for myself right now, is more stability, more rootedness, more count on ability. So everything's not all up here in the ether all the time. Let's see, I put some juice. I've got time after this. I'm going to go grab one. I put some dancing.
Yep.
See that? Because when we hang up, I'm gonna go see Shiny Ribs, a band that I love here in Austin. I haven't seen in years because I'm a day raver now, man, and they play at night and stuff. And so they're playing at 4 p.m. because there's a big festival going on. So I'm gonna go down and stop by and see them for free for a second, do a little dancing. I also made food. This is representing a full refrigerator.
Nice.
My fridge is full. I don't have to think about anything.
Yeah.
I'm happy to stay home. I can focus on my work. I don't need money right then. And then for sure, and this was always there, sunshine just really helps me.
Yeah.
It just really helps. And I'm lucky to live in a place where the sun's been shining a lot. And even like sometimes I'll like drag myself out of bed and just like go sit on the step on the porch. The other day I was just so tired. I just didn't know what to do with myself. I had this huge to-do list. I didn't want to do it. And I was like, okay, let's just at least make breakfast. So a little gluten-free toast and an egg and some cheese. And I went outside, and the sun was on the steps right outside my kitchen door. And so I sat there with my head in my hands. I mean, it was just all I could do was just like be there and try to shove my egg down. But I could really feel that just that little bit of sunshine was starting to shift things in me. Plus, probably the protein made a difference.
Yeah.
So there's some little sun rays with some music. Yeah, and it just, all of this really also speaks to what I was saying before about just like we artists needing to refill creatively, to see other people making art. And so I'm stoked to go hear a little music this afternoon and to doodle a noodle with Shawn. But I think my favorite part of this is just the center and the roots down there. I think this is an important, like a vision I didn't even know I needed to be envisioning. Thank you for this, Shawn. It's coming clearer in a nice way.
So good. Yeah. So what about you, y'all? What nourishes you? What has you feel grounded and complete and whole and fed and all of that kind of stuff? I'd love to Love to see your little images in the Doodle Outreach group on Facebook. Or if there's a place, is there a place on your website for people to put stuff like that, or is it pretty much on the Doodle Outreach?
No, I always envisioned that, but it hasn't happened yet. Maybe that's coming next. Now that I'm finally starting to connect with some people who can help me, it's awesome. That also helps me feel grounded. So you guys look in the description of this video or in the comments wherever you see it posted, and you'll have info about our next Doodle Noodle WebJam that you guys get to come to. And then you get to make up songs with us. You get to make up songs too. You get to make up songs, and yes, we do want to hear you sing that bullshit. If you say, you don't want to hear me sing, I'm not an artist, whatever. Okay, whatever. Say that, but come anyway. Hey, I know. Y'all can make up a song about what bad singers you are. Make up a song about what bad
singer. I ain't no dead ringer. I'm just a terrible singer, and I can't draw shit.
I'm a horrible artist.
Exactly. Come play with us, y'all. Come play with us. Thanks for joining us for this little Doodle Noodle warm-up appetizer, and stay tuned. We got more.
Great. We'll see you guys soon. Can't wait to jam with you. Thank you, Shawn.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I'm just...